make that depressing note right off the bat, Howard. Alright.
Oh, is it recording?
Yes, it is recording.
That's how it starts?
Yes.
No one calls me.
No one calls you, Howard. So,
Already we're dead. All the noise we're making.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to live that long anyway. So
Not in that world, God.
Speaking of, so the chair that I was sitting in the theater had a creak, so anytime I would slightly move, it was so loud in the entire theater, because it was so quiet in the movie. So if I just like readjusted a little bit, it was like, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna get killed by these Wendigos, and GG.
Wait, are they called Wendigos?
Based off of the lore, they don't explicitly say so in the movie, but if have you ever played Until Dawn?
I know of it.
So there's a similar creature in Until Dawn, and just in general mythos in general, like, I'm not sure which type of mythos that it comes from, that it originates from, but the Wendigo is essentially similar creature, is blind, heightened hearing, tough hide, prone to fire, stuff like that. So I think this was essentially what that creature was supposed to be.
Yeah, that's good enough explanation as any. I just know the alien thing hears really well. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a Wendigo. That's my assumption, anyways.
It's compromised alien Wendigo.
Sure. So if you can't tell, it's about A Quiet Place.
It's not A Quiet Place.
So just general thoughts all around. What you guys think?
I really liked it. I thought it was really good.
I thought it was really good too.
I really liked it. And I'm not even like a fan of horror movies, but I really like this.
I am a fan of horror movies, and I really liked it.
No, this is definitely one of the better horror movies I've seen in a long time, I think. Because, well, to be fair, the last one I saw before this was Truth or Dare.
That was literally the day before.
You're better off not knowing what the hell it is. So this was a significant step up from that. And I apologize I'm not making much coherent sense at any point in this video, because
You had a long work day?
I've had this weird sinus headache for the past 3 days.
Do you want some Advil?
I'm working on 2 pills, so like I should take more than that.
I keep telling him he just needs like some wasabi right up the nose. It'll fix everything.
That'll clear it up real quick.
I replace it with other problems, but yeah.
So you get like 30 seconds of pain for like 2 hours of relief. I feel like
only 2 hours?
Well, it comes back.
Oh, that's not fucking worth it.
You just gotta do the like Mexican like remedies of like putting a bunch of what is it, Vicks Vapor Rub.
Oh yeah, the Vicks Vapor Rub would do it too.
Clear it right out.
I'll keep it in mind. It gives me an excuse to call in sick tomorrow, so that's the way I'm looking at it. But, anyway, back to the good movie.
Yes,
what was the moral of the story that you learned?
Well, I mean, in regards of like theme and overall moral, I don't know that I guess.
I'll tell you what I learned. It was
see that was he was setting you up for that.
It was kids are kind of dumb.
She agrees.
kids are kind of dumb. Yeah.
Oh, stop.
Is it the kids' word?
Yeah, it was the kids' fault. I mean, it's fair because if you've ever watched The Walking Dead, the entire show, you're just like, oh my god,
stupid kids,
children are the reason why everyone's dying. Like, all the time, it's like children making stupid decisions after they've been explicitly told, don't do this thing, and then they do the thing. And it's just like, okay, well, yeah, I'm also emotional about it. I just, this clearly, like, the kid was told not to get the toy. And then the other kid was like, here, you can have the toy, but no batteries. And then the kid takes the batteries!
I know, like, it's not giving away much because in the trailer.
Right, I mean, you see it happen in the trailer, yeah. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just like,
stupid. You're like, yeah, at that point you get what you fucking deserve.
It's Darwinism is what it is.
Really, it's really
exactly
natural selection at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, like, saying that as far as I know, this is John Krasinski's first directorial debut. So,
yep.
And the fact that, like, the world it builds is fascinating. And
the world is cruel.
Arya would be dead in a heartbeat.
She would be dead in a heartbeat.
She would be the cause of our death.
Yeah, she would be the reason
Max would
I
be
died.
the cause of our death for a different reason.
Yeah, it's like, oh hi, are you a friend, Chomp?
Oh
no,
yeah, that's exactly how Max would die. Do you want to play?
Can you throw the ball? Chomp death.
maybe the Wendigo would like humor it once.
But anyway, so like I would say like what's really impressive about this movie is it is how well it works strictly on visual storytelling, because that's what it has to rely on so much of the time.
Even the audio, like down to the details where anytime it was from the perspective of the daughter, like there was zero sound at all. So it was kind of showing what it's like to be deaf in a world where hearing is so important.
And it was also very impressive how they showed you that she was deaf without explicitly saying so. Mm-hmm. And the fact that you go from John Krasinski's point of view, where it's all the sounding system very carefully, and you go to her point of view, just deaf all around. It's like, oh, she's deaf, like stuff like that. It's like it's very clever storytelling, very clever world building, especially like the barrels of fire and stuff. They kind of like signify what parts of the area are left.
Right, like all of the like world building was really well done. Like you said, like the signals of like who's left based off of the. Although part of me was like. Thinking about Lord of the Rings.
I was Rohan!
I got like the Mulan Great Wall of Fire kind of deal. It's like the Huns are coming!
I was kind of thinking the same thing you are, is you were expecting like see Kintheoden in there. It's like Gondor calls for aid and Rohan shall answer.
Yeah, that's what I was imagining.
That'd be an amazing twist ending if just suddenly like an army of people on horses came up from over the hills as the lights turned red.
The only effective weapon.
Which it is. Okay, so in regards of Wendigos, so going back to the mythos of Wendigos, they have really tough hide, and I don't know if you've ever shot a shotgun. Yeah. But there is nothing quite like a shit ton of buckshot, like that. There's just nothing comparable to that, and so like a handgun definitely wouldn't suffice. And in regards of like where they are location wise, it would make sense for them to own like something like a shotgun. Yeah. Versus like obviously they're not gonna have like assault rifles. Like
I actually have shot a shotgun once.
Though. Right, so you see the power behind it, and like in regards to, I mean,
that piece of paper got fucked.
But I mean, essentially, the shotgun is like one of the few things other than fire that's supposed to be known to take out like a Wendigo. Mm-hmm. And within the mythos, anyways.
Like that was the one part that kind of bothered me. And this is going to spoiler territory, so if you know anything spoiled, one that we've already said, leave now. I don't know why you're watching this if you haven't seen it already, because you go to give everything away all the time.
I mean, really, like, what are you doing if you're like, this is like the best horror movie in like this year? And I wasn't paid by anybody to say that.
I wish I was.
I wish I was.
Disney, come on, man, give me like conspiracy money. But no, anyway.
Solo is a great movie. I've seen it already. I'm hoping Disney will give me money now.
No, I don't think that's how it works.
We got Infinity War coming out this week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which I got my tickets for. Yay. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. It's what turns out that because the monsters all hear by sound, it makes sense. The ultrasonic sound is what basically the weakness is. The one part that bothered me was like, why did nobody think of that before? Was more my first thought. Because I've seen enough monster movies, like if you have a monster that can only hear through sound, the first idea is like, oh, blast really loud sound at it and wait till head explodes, which is essentially what happens.
Maybe they didn't realize how to do it with what they had.
Maybe, yeah.
Because I mean, like, how would you do that otherwise?
Well, the justification.
I mean, he can make. I mean, like John Krasinski can make a fucking earpiece, like
which
multiple
is like
prototypes for one. So I think he can invent some kind of ultrasonic device.
Which is like, he had to like learn how to, like, he's not some master, like. You
can learn to make a super weapon. I believe in John Krasinski.
You even see the like book at the end where like he had to study to learn how to make like this like.
But he also studied the human ear though. She was like, oh wait, the eardrum can rupture. So
sure.
So
but I don't know that they necessarily their eardrums ruptured. Like if you looked at
it did. Its head exploded. I'm pretty sure it ruptured.
No, its head exploded because it got shot with a shotgun.
No, its head exploded because apparently Mike saw this. I didn't see it. A piece of the head actually flew off because it was too loud.
Oh, I didn't see that. I mean, I saw its head like kind of do the thing, but that wasn't like due to that. That was just like.
Now, from what I saw, and I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I saw, it was like after the loud sound calls it a stroke out, basically.
Which I did see that.
Which I think I'm almost positive a huge chunk of its utter shell was missing on top of its head. That's why the shotgun actually killed it.
I was under the assumption.
Well, because it had like, because like its head could like morph. Like that's what I.
No, but it was moving on. I distinctly remember just a huge chunk of its top head was just gone.
So the way that I saw that was that the head just like as it was re-attacking, it was just like, I'm exposed for no reason. That's what I saw.
Which could be it too, but I know that's what I saw. I could be wrong.
I was trying to make a justification for your point, which is at some point there's a newspaper that says it's sound, and it's like you have to be super quiet. So,
which I have to assume was the last paper that newspaper that ever printed,
right?
Because those printing noises were loud.
Right. So you know that the movie starts 89 days in. So sometime between the first day and the 89th day, they're all like, okay, we're gonna be super quiet from now on. Which means that normally, now that you know that information, you don't even want to like try and fuck with sound.
Yeah.
So
which is
why would they make a super loud weapon?
Get the old guy to do it. He wanted to die anyway.
He wanted to die because his wife died.
Yeah.
Well, he might use him as his guinea pig if he wants to commit suicide anyway.
Anyway, so that was my justification for that.
And I can see how you could justify that.
I mean, I kind of see your point because, I mean, the whole reason why they didn't go on some shooting spree with the shotguns is because they're loud as fuck. You kill one and you get swarmed by a bunch of them. Like, even though there was only 3 known to be, like, within the area, that wasn't, like, that was 3 confirmed. That's not, like, there could have been more, like, for all we know. And so, like, they might have been, like, scared. Like, down to the details of them not even using a voice over the radio and them using, like, the SOS. Like, they were so terrified to make any kind of noise.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't really make sense for me that once somebody confirms that it's sound, that they would go out of their way to start making sound weapons. That doesn't make sense.
I think it's so smart enough to figure it out because I've seen enough monster movies where it's like that's the first thing to do is make a sonic weapon.
So when the Wendigos attack our
I know
society,
movies exist in this world.
So when the Wendigos start attacking our society, all of America, and the government's all down, and someone's
the first Ghostbusters.
You're gonna go to the fucking JBL store and buy 2 big ass subwoofers and a microphone and just be like, feedback, motherfucker!
Yeah.
and just throw science at the wall. Okay, great.
Why not? Like, I'm not gonna survive. I talk to myself way too much. I'm not gonna survive there alone anyway.
That's true.
Might as well go out like a badass. Come bring it, bitches.
Well, I mean, also, I guess their building had some form of electricity, but at some point, if everybody's dead, who's going to be keeping, like, the power plants active and stuff like that? Like, it could...
Yeah, power plants are loud.
You need power in order to make these really intricate sort of devices and to make them work. And the reason why hers was working is because she had, like,
But you can make it work with a tiny earpiece and a megaphone. I mean, they showed that works.
Right, but I feel like the radio requires less than, like, your idea of, like, your guys' idea of subwoofers and just, like, amplifying sound across, like...
I don't know if I go that extreme. More like
because you could
focus it in one
like you could do the same thing with like a little singer mic and like a little desktop computer speaker.
You could totally.
If feedback is the issue, right? Like because like feedback to our range of hearing is already god awful, so I don't know what it would be to them. Like if it's just normal feedback.
But anyway, that debate aside.
Settle this for us, John Krasinski. Is it feedback?
Oh, because he's totally watching this. In fact, you actually.
There's like she's like, oh, I'm just clicking along.
Excuse me. Come on, go.
There's a doggy here.
Nope. Out. Go.
Okay. Oh.
Go.
Like what?
Go. Fine. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Anyway, yeah.
So anyway.
So do we talk about the synopsis of the movie now, or what?
I mean, have you seen the trailer? You know what it's about. It's basically just about, like I said, 8-9 days into the incident. John Krasinski. I can never say his goddamn last name. And his wife Emily Blunt, who's in real life. Thought that was kind of a nice touch. And they're
really
3 kids.
Chemistry.
3 kids, soon to be 2 kids.
Soon to be 3 kids again.
Oh yeah. With the worst birthday
first,
ever.
How did you have sex without making any noise? Second,
you can do it.
Like the delivery of a child, like that was brave as fuck. I would not want to have a baby in a world where you have to be silent.
Well,
like you know that baby's gonna cry.
Yeah, no, I was like that baby's fucking
Well, okay,
dead.
so she's clearly got some sort of medical degree because she's able to like
deliver her own baby
deliver her own
with a
baby.
bleeding foot.
Yeah. And then all of that, but also but she clearly knows, and then they because she was able to also. My point was that have an expected due date. So clearly she wasn't expecting the child to be born. What was that, like almost a month early?
Yeah, it was pretty early.
But because they had made this giant like quiet room in the farm basement, so I think like the original plan was subtract nail and foot too. By the way,
that made me cringe so
Yeah.
much.
oh man, I felt
It's like
so
the
bad for
ultimate
her.
step on a Lego. I was just like, oh. And then like every time someone else would go down those stairs, I was like, oh.
Like I was waiting.
Can somebody take care of this nail, please?
I
At
know.
that point, like just get some like Play-Doh or something, like a little like plastic container, and just like stick it right over, you know? Because like
Like I was glad they brought this up. Like, is she gonna tell him like watch that out for that nail? And sure enough, she's like, like what? Don't make the same mistake your mommy did. Walking around the big sharp nail.
mommy fucked up her foot.
That's how you get tetanus.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
That was a
that's
very
okay.
silver-looking nail. I think it's okay.
Which is interesting because that building seemed older.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Which I was surprised it didn't creak more, but like if I want to be nitpicky, I can be nitpicky.
But I mean, like that
They
just
explained-
shows like you
Sure, but
see
they got,
the
like, the
paint
sand-
patches
yeah, the
and
paint
everything
job,
where
yeah.
they've like determined which spots in the house aren't creaky.
Oh, I thought that was like cemented steps, so like the
could be
weight,
either.
the cement would absorb more of the sound, but would it?
No, I think it was just paint.
Okay.
It was just paint to determine like which parts of the wood were creaky and which weren't. So the paint patches were like safe. Like you could step on that and it wouldn't make a creaky noise.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then the nail.
And then the nail.
And then the nail.
Worst birthday ever.
Worst delivery of child ever.
Yeah.
Like you might as well just throw in like a swarm of those things.
Oh man. But no, like the sound design reminded me a lot of what was that movie that came out? I think it was last year. No, it was the year before. With the guy from Avatar, who was a blind guy. They break into his house.
Oh yeah, I was just talking about that. Was it Don't Breathe? Or
Don't Breathe. Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
I saw
yeah,
it
yeah.
at Grand, which was also really good.
No, I love that movie. Like sound it very much reminded me of that movie because in same context, I think I like Don't Breathe a little more personally. Mostly because I think the villain that was fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
Is the fact that every sound, whatever big or small, it matters. The sound design carries weight. And it's really hard to pull that off, especially in a horror movie where it's very easy to just go and it's really easy to just do a bunch of jump scares and call it a day. And then do the stupid build-up music. Oh, there's a jump scare. Okay, woo, I'm so terrified.
Yeah.
But this one, no, like this one is very methodic. It takes its time. It's very confident.
Well, I think the very successful thing about the sound design is that the movie also makes you really care about these people.
Yeah, there's
Because if you didn't care about these people, and it's like, oh, this bitch is gonna die.
That's true.
Get the popcorn ready.
No, that's true too. No, the movie does it has very good heart. Again, it just feels very confident for a movie that's by a first-time director,
Yeah.
which is really impressive. Because yeah, no, you're right. The characters are really well developed. They have good chemistry with each other. You kind of get where everyone's coming from pretty quickly.
Like I can totally believe that the deaf girl and the surviving son, we're like brother and sister. You know, I could totally believe that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't, but you know.
I mean, they're probably not.
They're probably not, but they do really well together, right? Like they're so glad to see each other in this really shit situation.
The brother also makes his own handful of really stupid mistakes.
Yeah.
Running through the cornfield.
Yeah, run through the
Yeah.
cornfield, you fucking idiot. What do you think is gonna happen? Yeah. I need to get away from those monsters that make sound. I'm gonna run through the noisiest thing I could possibly run into, right this very instant.
Yeah.
Corn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what could possibly go wrong? I'm amazed he made it. Quite frankly.
I'm amazed that the girl didn't walk to the tractor and then just find Scary Man.
I mean the Wendigo or whatever.
I'm calling him Scary Man.
Sure. Okay. And then yeah, there's the part which is also in the trailer when they're in the corn thing, and I was kind of laughing to myself because I was thinking, "It's like, see, you can't fit two people, bros."
Yeah. I was doing that too.
But yeah, no, like
you know what scene, like, so, you guys both played Amnesia, right?
I actually don't play.
I played it
Neither
for.
of you played Amnesia?
I played it for a little while, then I got scared.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a scene
I'm
in
really bad with
Amnesia
horror, by the
where, like, if I just say the words water monster, anybody
Oh, fuck that
who's played
thing.
Amnesia knows what the
Fuck
water
that!
monster is.
Oh my god.
So in this movie, in the scene where they're, it's flooding the basement,
Oh, and
you
then
wake,
the thing,
she wakes
goes
up and she's
in?
not sure if her baby's
Like,
been
alive?
eaten or not,
Yeah.
and like you just see the creature there, and then it goes under the water.
yeah.
I was like, nope, big bag of nope. That's like water monster all over again. I'm not ready. Nope.
No, fucking water monster.
I fucking saw that. I'm like, yep, this is how that baby's gonna die.
It would have been really morbid if she woke up to just her baby being just like fucking torn
Devoured, yeah.
apart. Like,
Oh my god. No.
Can't.
I mean,
can't
we're
just
establishing
shoot
we're gonna kill kids pretty quickly, so I'm not putting babies off the table.
I would just say that it's not necessarily the baby's fault for getting killed at that point because it's a baby. It doesn't really know any better.
well, yeah, I mean.
But
that's
that
fair.
kid though.
Shut up, baby. You're too noisy, baby. What's wrong with you? Why couldn't you have been born mute?
She's throwing a little fit. I'm going to lose it. I'm
Alright.
sorry. I
Okay.
apologize.
It's okay. There's something I was gonna say, but I'm drawing a blank what it was now.
About killing kids.
Oh no, it's about that water monster.
Oh yeah, that scene where it's just like.
Now, like, have you ever? You haven't played Amnesia, so you wouldn't know this.
I don't play horror games.
Basically, it's a area in the game where like the hall and room next to it is like flooded with water. There's a bunch of boxes near your door, and if you touch the water at all, the water monster come and get you. So you have to like hopscotch from one set of boxes to the other. And you also can't see the monster; it's invisible.
That's bullshit.
Yeah. So you kind of have this vague understanding of where it is and how you can get to it. But this is actually a live stream I did when I was briefly doing Let's Plays. There's this big open room, and
Hello.
That's Tilbaria.
Hello.
as to where I was explaining my water monster story because I still remember this very distinctly, and to this day it still haunts me.
Get down.
There's actually recording on YouTube if you want to check it out. But basically, I was trying to get to that massive room of water in like tiny boxes.
It's
to get
terrifying.
To oh, it was awful.
You have to throw body parts in order to get the water monster off of you.
But the worst part for me was like I was doing like the Half-Life 2 thing, where just methodically moving two boxes, making little tiny steps.
Oh, it's like that Community episode of.
Like Floor's Lava, kinda. Yeah, pretty much.
It's like.
But no, the part that was the worst part was like one point I was like, okay, I'm almost there. I just need to grab this box and put it in. Accidentally like flung the box across the room.
No.
I'm like smack dab in the center, and I look around like,
Well.
no.
This is how I died.
Well, the funny part is you could see it hit my face. You're just like, shit. And then finally I was like, for glory! I just ran for it. Somehow made it. But that's. I just had to go on that tangent there because that story's too good for me. But no, like this is an expertly crafted movie for a first time director, and it's one of the best. I'd be surprised this wasn't my top 10 list
For the year, yeah.
for the year. I think, at least as far as horror movie goes, because good horror movies are so hard to find.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we need loves.
I can't think of one I've seen this year that I've actually liked outside of this one.
Acrimony.
I'm trying to think of
That wasn't a horror movie. That was just delightful. Because there was like Winchester, which sucked.
That's my
God.
crotch. That's my crotch.
I forgot they made that.
Truth or Dare, which was that was
Still
bad.
have no idea what that is.
It's more like
a super being takes over a game of Truth or Dare, and you have to play Truth or Dare, otherwise you get
basically it follows, except it's the game of Truth or Dare. It's really dumb.
Okay.
What was that? Final Destination. You get Final Destination.
They're still making Final Destination?
I don't think. No. I think season has.
No. I'm just saying, like, if you don't play Truth or Dare, or you do play Truth or Dare, then you get Final Destination.
Got you.
To the face.
Wow.
I mean, I can't think of a whole lot else to talk about. Do you guys have anything you want?
It was a pretty short film.
I mean, one
It's only
thing,
an hour and a half.
it did feel, I would have liked it to be maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But, I mean, other than that.
I think it ended in a pretty organic spot. I think
Right, which is why, like, I'm not, like, complaining too much. It's just I think I enjoyed it a lot and I would have liked more just because I was like, oh, this is, like
I wouldn't mind.
I felt invested.
I wouldn't mind like a sequel.
That'd be cool.
Like a completely...
At the same time, I'd be worried about doing a sequel too.
Well, cause okay, so here's my pitch for
John Krasinski.
for the second movie is this time it's a family who lives in like an abandoned city and they have like noise traps and everywhere so they can navigate easier or whatever. And it's
So just like a different setting.
Yeah, just
like instead of like a rural setting. Like
yeah. Instead of like super
setting.
rural, you do a little bit more urban and see how that goes.
Or you get those sonic tanks from the Incredible Hulk and just use those.
But one of the things that I did really appreciate about this movie is that they actually hired a deaf actress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, you don't see a lot of deaf actors or actresses in films very often. If anything, they have like people who are hearing who eventually learn sign language and then play a deaf character. So it was like nice to have a character who's actually deaf. And like I was reading or watching some interviews or whatever, and she actually taught like the people, like the cast and whatnot, like how to sign so that they could practice enough so that it would seem more organic. So like in the movie, it would seem like they have been, you know, signing for since their, you know, daughter was
since
born.
the incident even.
Well, yeah, exactly. Which is like interesting. Like it's an interesting perspective to see that, you know, they probably survived because they were able to communicate without needing verbal communication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, other than like being in a rural setting, like it helped them tremendously to be able to communicate without needing verbal communication.
No, like it sells very well, and all the actors are top notch. And like I do kind of wish I saw more with the dad and the daughter. I think if there's anything
that was a
there
weird
could have been
way.
a little bit more development there. I think, yeah.
I think it's.
I think they got.
I think it just like
across,
resolved. I think it just resolved like in the shittiest way. I love you. I'm also gonna sacrifice myself.
That was really sad.
It was so sad.
No.
Like it's just like
that character.
I was just like, oh, dad, and she's you know she's gonna feel some guilt over that somehow.
Yeah, I mean, as if she didn't feel shitty enough as it was, because she's already blaming herself for the other death.
Oh, it's okay. You can blame the baby now.
You can literally blame the baby.
You can project all your like guilt, shame, and rage at the baby now.
And maybe that kid will be like redheaded too, so just like really rub that salt in there.
Wait, what's wrong with redheads?
Redheaded stepchild? Never mind.
Well, it's not a stepchild though.
I know, that's why it'd still be funny.
Would it though?
Anyway, that kid's gonna have a fun time growing up. Well, actually, he might now that at least 3 of them are dead, and now they know how to deal with it.
Presumably 3 of them are dead.
And I mean, like,
assuming they could kill the other 2 successfully.
Which I imagine they.
Which I imagine, you know, mom's got
well, now
great
that they
doctoral
know, like,
aim.
yeah. Well, I mean, it was close range. Like, she should be able to shoot somebody at close range with a shotgun.
With the same trap, yeah.
Yeah.
Which good for her, for a woman that just gave birth.
She is badass. She like she impaled her foot, delivered her own baby, and then took down a fucking Wendigo. Like
also, when she was about to get discovered, dragged her just delivered baby body into the shower.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was intense.
And leave it to Emily Blunt. I'm gonna imagine this is a prequel to Edge of Tomorrow.
That's funny.
That should be
Which is also a good movie. I like that movie.
I love Edge of Tomorrow. Heard that one back. It's getting a sequel.
It's getting a sequel?
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but
I haven't heard anything about that.
I like Groundhog Days, but
You gotta scrunch your face. I love dogs. I love dogs.
She's such a brat. She like has to be the center of attention at all moments, otherwise she throws a fit.
That doesn't sound.
You're gonna
that doesn't sound familiar at all, does it, Howard?
What?
That doesn't sound familiar at all. You know, your dog is the center of attention during all times.
Oh yeah.
When there are guests over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you're trying to record on camera.
Yeah. But she's cute, and people love huskies, so maybe this will help.
And corgis will be great.
There is a fan fiction with your dog, by the way.
No way! I didn't know that. That's awesome.
I think it was after.
Made it.
I think it was after you said, "Someone make a fan fiction of my dog," and the next day there was a fan fiction.
Yes, Aria, you've made it.
Hey, don't knock over the camera.
I mean, we basically did we? Oh no, we missed out on trailers. That's right, because
Are
we-
trailers the same depending on?
Well, we showed up late because we thought it was at 7, but turns out it was at 6:20. So we showed up at 6:35. I'm like, oh shit. Okay. Well, we need to hurry the fuck up.
Because I remember some of them.
What did you get?
Can you take my glasses?
The first one was a horror movie with the chick, like the main chick was from United States of Terra, and it was like the kid kept making this noise. It's fucking creepy. And
Was that the 824 movie?
No, we ended up having to see the 925 movie.
No, I mean like the 824 is the name of the production company.
Oh shit, I don't remember.
We saw the trailer. The last.
It was supposed to be like the scariest thing, like similar to The Exorcist, blah 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 blah.
Oh, is that like you in the classroom and they're all crying for no reason?
Motherhood, Hereditary.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hereditary. Yeah. And then it was the one with the mom, and then the grandma, and then it's like, oh, it's the grandma.
Yeah, the dollhouse.
Yeah, that was Hereditary.
Hereditary.
Yeah, that one looks weird.
It looks weird as fuck. And
I mean,
I felt so unnerved from the clicking sound that she was making with her mouth. I was just like, what? I don't know what. No, she was doing just like.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
A24 is a pretty reliable studio, so like they make a good horror movie. Like they'd probably be able to do it. I mean, they made The Witch, which is I think still a pretty good movie.
Well, I mean, I have faith in the main actress because I watched a bit of United States of Terror and I think she did a really good job there.
I don't think I've seen that one.
I haven't finished it, but I watched like a long time ago. I watched I think maybe the first season, and I think she was a good actress. So it'll just be interesting to see how it's executed. Really? Do you? Oh my god. Must be center of attention. And then I'm trying to think what else.
I think we saw Mission Impossible like the last 20 seconds of it.
Well, that's been in the like trailers for forever in every single movie.
Yeah, it's gonna be that.
I haven't seen any Mission. You're fucking with these. I haven't seen any Mission Impossible, so I honestly don't care. But
I like the Mission Impossible movies. I've seen like 3 through 5, and they're it's usually a pretty reliably good series.
I liked 1, and then I liked 4 and after.
What's wrong with 3?
It's okay. We had this discussion.
That's right, we did.
Basically, when 3 came out, my family and I were marathoning Alias.
Okay, fair.
And so we're like, wait, this is just like a really long episode of Alias.
See, I like this trailer though for this one though because it has Henry Cavill like arming his fists like they're fucking shotguns, which I'm addicted to that one shot. I look forward to it. Just like where when the music goes just doom doom, and then like it's like the one time I've seen like someone punch him in movies like that looks like it fucking hurts. He's not doing like fancy flips. He just goes boom, like throws his whole body into like goddamn.
Yeah.
I want to see it just for whatever that fight scene is.
And then I think my biggest criticism with 3 was like the scale of stakes was a lot smaller than like 2, but 2 was fucking stupid.
Yeah, so there you go. That's probably why they made it smaller.
But the first one was like, this is a list of every CIA operative. Okay, that's kind of bad. It just gets out. Number 2, it's like, oh, this is like the Chimera virus. It sucks, but you know, it's the best we could come out with. And then number 3 is like, kill this guy.
But he needs to save his wife.
Oh yeah.
So personal stakes.
It's like and then the 4 it had a much grander stake, and then 5 I think was Ghost Protocol.
I think Ghost Protocol was 4.
Yeah, or I forgot what 5 was.
5 was I think missiles.
Yeah. But see, like the stakes are always like proportionate to calling something Mission Impossible.
I just know that in every one of the movies, somehow he just ends up getting screwed over by his own agency. And it's like, why do you fucking work for them? And every single one is always we need to do this on our own. We need to do this on our own. We can't rely on the agency. But like, when do you ever rely on the agency? They always fuck you over at the end. Which only works if you've actually seen the movie, so I know you don't make comments for that. But yeah, so this week is gonna be rough because we have I Feel Pretty.
Never heard of it.
But it's an Amy Schumer movie.
Oh god.
Oh, it's the Amy Schumer movie where she's like, oh, I got smacked in the head, so even though I'm fat, I feel like I'm pretty. But then the whole joke is that like she's doing all of these like, you know.
The basic joke is she shouldn't feel pretty is because she's fat. That's pretty much what it is.
That's pretty much it. And it's
That's
just
stupid.
Yeah, but basically they made that movie. It's called Shallow Hal.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is
That's that Jack Black movie where he gets
hypnotized.
hypnotized.
Shallow Hal, yeah, okay.
this fat chick is the most hottest, beautiful woman I've ever seen.
Right, yeah, I
Did
remember
you
that.
say it just like that?
You might as well have. That's my leg. That's my leg.
Can you
That's
get
really
off his
rude.
leg, please?
Can you get off of my leg, please?
Aria.
Can you get off of my
Really,
leg, please?
personal
That's
space.
really
Personal space. What's
Uh,
that?
and then we got Super Troopers 2.
I don't know what that is either.
You're better off.
I'm not seeing that shit.
You agreed to it.
I did.
Yeah, because you said in like I won't see this movie, but like it's hard. If you don't want to see that movie, then you gotta see this one. You
What
said
was my other choice?
I don't remember at the time. It's too late now.
I need the verbal. No, I need it on paper. Sorry.
We'll figure it out later. I
There's
know.
no paper trail.
Nope, too late now.
Can't be held to something. There's no paper trail.
She's my lawyer now.
I might have video evidence. I'll link back to the video.
Alright. Is there anything else that's out?
That's it for this week. Then we got Infinity War that comes out, but that'll be next week's review.
I'm so excited for that.
Oh yeah, I got my.
Yeah, are we all seeing that day of or something? Do I have to see that day of?
No, we're trying to we usually do, which is see it separately and then meet up. Find a time to meet up with everyone as much people as we possibly can to talk about it.
Okay.
Because that's usually what ends up working out. Because trying to find time to actually see a big Marvel movie when everyone else has already seen it, there's no point.
True.
So I already got my tickets for Thursday, so you fuckers are on your own.
Wow.
Wow,
thanks.
rude guy.
Right?
Sorry,
Yeah.
I
I welcome you to my home, and this is the respect I get.
I appreciate your time, but you're still on your fucking own.
What's new? I'm always alone.
Oh. Well, now I feel sad.
We started sad, so we have to end sad.
Oh, okay. Well, fine.
I'm just kidding. Make more fan fiction about my dog. Yay!
Make fan fiction of her dog playing with my dog.
Oh, that'd be cute.
That
That doesn't deserve fan fiction.